Hello everyone. Good morning if it's still morning in your place. Good afternoon if it's afternoon in your place. But whatever it is, how are you today? So this is going to be a very important video. I thought I would do immediately a video on product selection, but Power again wrote to me and was telling me to do something about what I've gone through getting to this point. Now, many of you might not know because I've not really talked about it much, but currently my stores, I have about 4 stores, and currently so far they've made me close to $730,000 dollars. I'm thinking I might reach about 800,000 or even $1 million. I don't know. That's in sales, not in profits. I'm making about 50 or 60% profits. I know it's really high, but yeah, I'm making about 50% or 60% profits. So at the end of the year, I'm going to end up with maybe about 500,000, 600,000 at the max in profits after all things are taken care of. Yeah, but that's not so bad for most of the stores that started actually this year. Some started about 6 months ago. 2 actually started about 6 months ago. 2 of the winners. But before I talk about whatever processes I've gone through, whatever times I've gone through, things like that, let me talk about 4 very important apps that you need to have on your store right now, without which you're going to lose a lot. Okay, these are going to save you money, they're going to make you money, they're going to save you time, and overall they're going to make you succeed with your store. Now, I already talked about certain apps that you must have. Okay, 3 apps that you must have no matter what. 1 is an Upsell app, 2 is an email marketing app, and 3 is a retargeting app. Okay, now I'll talk about this briefly. Now, you want an Upsell app, for example, I already told you to install the Retargeting system. Yeah, so Retargeting, if you go to Upsell, you see this boost sales. Now there's the smart upsells, there's all these upsells that happen. I sort of tend to like Retargeting more. But it's just a personal choice, and I use it a lot of the time. Okay, it's about $30 a month. Yeah, so this one is going to be good if you're making some money. You have a 15-day trial to do it. So if you don't want this, there's the Smart 7. The Smart 7, I think it's the Smart 7. Yeah, I think it's the Smart 7 apps. Let me see. It's by Devin Zander. I'm just forgetting what it is called. It's the Smart 7, most of the, I think it is Smart Apps or something like that. Let me see. Let's try Smart Apps. I can't seem to be getting it. Okay, the moment I get it, I'll share the link in the group. But yeah, number 1, we want to have an upsell app. The thing is, it's harder to get a customer than it is to convert an already existing customer. Okay, I'll tell you that because I've run so much ads. I have a lot of customers. I have a lot of all sorts of sales tactics, marketing tactics. But it's way more difficult to acquire a customer. The cost of acquiring a customer is so high, but the cost of maintaining a customer is like 50-60% less. Okay, so what we want to do is, number 1, have an app, an upsell app. It will help you, like when someone buys one product, you whatever, upsell them another. So the first thing is you want to install that whatever, the upsell app. It's here, the Smart 7 bundle upsell. There we go. They've changed this thing, that's why I couldn't easily see it. Okay, the Smart 7, there it is. This is only for 7 days trial. No, go with the other 15-day trial one. Yeah, so if you're getting traffic already to your store, you're definitely going to need this. Now, if you're not yet having traffic to your store, you might want to hold up a bit until you're getting some traffic to your store. Okay, but that's number one. Secondly, you want an email marketing app. Now, personally, I use Klaviyo. Okay, now if you look at Klaviyo here, Klaviyo is one of the smartest apps there is. People who use MailChimp, people who still use these other apps, the only other email marketing app that I've seen is that comes actually that does well enough as I like is a Drip. But Drip, I don't use Drip for things like Shopify. I use Drip for my other clients. Other projects I'm running. Okay, so I only use Drip and then Klaviyo. Klaviyo is very good, and the beauty of Klaviyo is that for the first 30 days, actually not the first 30 days, but for the first 250 contacts you have, you're going to do them for free. They won't charge you. Okay, so you get to use Drip until you've reached 250 customers and you're sending unlimited emails. So after 250 customers, then they start charging you $25 a month, up to about 500 customers. So for me, Drip is a must-have. And you can see from email marketing alone, can you imagine email marketing alone? I'm making all these sorts of monies and I'm paying nothing. Okay, no, actually for this account I think I'm paying about $25. But imagine if in a month I'm making about, from just email marketing alone, this is 1,000 something, and I'm having to pay just say $25 to maintain that. Why not have it? I mean, these are costs that don't kill. Okay, these are costs that are making you back money. You see that you want something that's going to make you money without you necessarily investing a lot. I've not even sent emails this entire month, but you can imagine from the automations that I already put before, I still made $500 from this small campaign. This is one of the small accounts that I've just started out on. I want to try it out and see how it goes. Okay. So secondly, you have to have an email marketing app. Thirdly, you have to have a retargeting app. Now, retargeting is very important, and for retargeting, there's a couple of apps. Now, what the idea behind retargeting is that someone will come to your store, add products to cart, but they might not end up buying. Cart abandonment in the e-com store overall across board is about 85%, which means, 75%, which means 75%, 7 in 5 in 10 people who come to your store will end up not buying. So what do you do when those people don't buy? You want to retarget them. Retargeting, the whole idea or concept of retargeting is that if someone came through Facebook, that's why I love Facebook a lot. When you have this retargeting app on your store, then when they are browsing through that Facebook, they'll be reminded of that product. This app will automatically show them the products that they had picked and not purchased. Okay, so for the retargeting app, retarget app, yeah, I love using this one. Okay, this retarget app here, and it's usually free, but they charge you 10% of whatever you spend on the ad. So the thing is, what these guys are going to do is, if you spend $100, they'll charge you $10. Okay, if you spend $1,000, they'll charge you $100. If you spend $10,000, they'll charge you $1,000. Now, why is this so important? What these guys are doing is, when you've set up your campaign, you can, especially for guys who are just starting out, you can focus on doing other things. So this is more like an assistant now. That you don't have to keep adding products, you don't have to keep doing this. They'll just automatically be retargeting for you, the customers. They go in, they do the retargeting, they do this, and it makes a lot of sales, by the way. So you're going to make more sales than you're actually paying these guys to do for the retargeting. Okay, so you have to install this retargeting app. This is a must-have. These are not things that are negotiable. Okay. The fourth one that is very important is a cart abandonment app. Now, Klaviyo can do it. If you're comfortable with using Klaviyo, then you can set all this up in Klaviyo. Now, Klaviyo has very good tutorials. The reason why I'm not going into the tutorials of these ones is because they have very good tutorials already. So it would be a waste of time for me again to do what they have already done. So you just go ahead and search for these apps and check them out. Klaviyo does a very good job in integrating with Shopify to send out the cart abandonment things and stuff like that. But in the event that you want to do the abandonment app on your own and you don't want to use Klaviyo, there's something called abandonment protector. This one here. Okay. Most people use this abandonment protector. It's about $8 a month. It gives a 21-day trial, which is good enough for me. I also use another one called Recut. This one here. It's worked well. It hasn't given me exactly what I really wanted, but it's actually quite good, very good. It has done wonders for me. But I sent the support an email the other day because I was seeing a delay in the sending of the emails they were sending. But overall, it has done well for me. I love it. It has done well for me, so I won't complain on that. So these are the apps that you need. Now, when you install the Beacketing apps, the other app I already told you about, if you install Beacketing, you're going to see this sales pop. You definitely need this sales pop. It's very important. Then this countdown timer is extremely important. You need it to be there. This builds scarcity, that it will be telling the customer you have such and such an amount of time before this goes down. Okay, so it helps with a lot of scarcity building. So that's very important. They have a ton of free apps that are so good. Okay, so this is it for the app. In case you don't want to use the Beacketing and you just want to use something else, there's something called Harify. Write the right spelling. Yeah, Harify countdown. It's here, but for me, I prefer the Beacketing apps. Okay, because they're the ones I really use. So that's it for the apps. Now, in the next video I'm going to do, I want to talk a little bit about mindset. Shortly, I want to talk about some of the experiences I've gone through. It's going to be longer series, but I'll spare most of them. This I'll just give you a general overview, but for most of these I'll be doing with my inner circle guys. Okay, because yeah, I mean, whatever knowledge I'm giving, you guys are paying thousands of dollars to have the kind of knowledge I'm giving here for free. So why not? If I'm going to make sure someone's actually in the right state to make the most money, then it's important for me to see that they've invested in themselves. Yeah, and by investing in themselves, they're investing in helping someone else. So for me, that's very key to me. So I'll just give a general overview of the kind of road, the kind of path it's been to making all this money. Then I'll continue with the series when I'm with my inner circle guys. And the inner circle program, by the way, is closing in about 9 days now. On the 9th, we shall have closed it because we shall be running the 90-day challenge already. We shall start the 90-day challenge on the 5th. Let me see. When is the 5th? Yes, on a Sunday. So 6th is when we shall start. 5th, we'll be preparing our mindset. 6th, we shall start, then we shall move on. Okay? So I just need your stores to be ready by then. All right. Have a great time. If you haven't yet joined the inner circle, this is your time. Go ahead, donate. It's $100 only to donate to charity pads. And you'll not regret it. Trust me. This is one of those things that you put an investment and you'll be very happy. And besides, we are helping a lot of girls stay in school. I mean, it's so disappointing that ladies have to drop out of school because they can't afford sanitary towels. That's a very unfortunate thing, and that's something we're trying to solve. So go ahead, donate. You'll never regret why you donated. All right? Okay, these are the apps. Go ahead and install these apps. Wait for the second video. I'll also be posting the video on product selections. Now, with product selection, I'm going to post 2 methods. Now, the premium methods, again, are saved for my inner circle guys. So I'll post the premium methods. 2 methods that will immediately get you winning products. But the other methods, I'm saving them for my inner circle guys. All right. See you and have a great time.